Hey everybody, welcome to Gootz's Disney Pod. I'm your host, Ray Gootz. Thank you so much for joining me this week. This week we are talking about Dinosaur. We are in the year 2000, the summer of 2000, and it's really crazy to me that 2000 seems like such a long time ago. I'm here with my guest this week, comic Nathan Orton. Nathan, how are you today?
Good, Ray. How's it going, man?
I'm hanging in there. Just so everyone knows, this was recorded ahead of time. We were recording on May 12th, 2020. We're still in the coronavirus. We are still in the quarantine, but
Yes.
we're staying safe. You're in Brooklyn, right?
Yes, Bushwick.
Representing Bushwick. How is it over there? Is it dangerous or is everybody okay?
It's cool. People are starting to get stir crazy. You see a lot of people walking outside, and we do, we'll go to the grocery store and stuff, but everyone's got their masks on, so that's nice.
That's good. Well, yeah, I had my mask on today. I had to go get wee-wee pads for these stupid dogs, but
Yeah.
I had my mask on the whole time.
Yeah.
Nathan, let's get into a little before we get into the movie Dinosaur. Let's get into a little bit about you. How long have you? Whoa! I fucked up my shit. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up for, let's say, 7 years, and I'm not going to add the quarantined time to that.
Okay, yeah. Well, don't count this time. These are the lost years. Yeah.
I'm on furlough, but 7 years, yeah.
Doing stand. And what got you into it? What made you start doing stand-up?
So there's that's a fun question, man, because there's three different. All right, so the big answer that people would want to, I guess the interesting thing is I was in my early teens and I was watching Killing Them Softly, Dave Chappelle on Comedy Central late at night. And when he said, "Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can," talking about Oscar the Grouch, that was so funny to me, like that observational type of humor mixed with his delivery. And just, that was so, to me, I laughed out loud, louder than I ever have. And that probably planted the seed. There's a Funny Bone in St. Louis, and my friend and I went to go watch the Funniest Person contest. And I kind of felt like I really wanted to do it. And then 6 months later, I got hip surgery. And I told myself once I could walk again, I was going to get on stage. And I ended up getting on stage while I was still on crutches, and I never quit since. So.
Wow. Who won the Funniest Person Alive contest that night? Do you remember?
Oh, the funniest person in St.
I thought it was a funny person alive. It was a funniest person.
Okay, damn, that would be ridiculous. They wouldn't be in St. Louis, but what was it? Fuck, dude, it's one of those things. I could probably name everyone who won it.
Is it yearly?
Yeah, it's an annual thing at the Funny Bone. They got one at the Helium now too. His name was Eric. I forget his last name, man, because I haven't talked to him in 5 years. But funny ass dude.
Did you ever enter that contest?
I won it. Yeah.
You did. So you're the funniest person in St. Louis.
I was 1 year.
What year was
2
that?
years actually, technically.
What year did you win?
2014, I won it at Funny Bone. That was a year into comedy, so I was real proud. And then I was still garbage. And then 2017, I was garbage, but I snuck away with it at Helium. So I've won it at the two clubs. That's kind of a cool thing. There's another dude named Larry Green who won it at both clubs this past year. So now we joke about how we're the two to do it.
Well, I think you guys should go head to head.
I think it should be a boxing match, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
To determine who is the funniest guy in St. Louis, and then that's it. Everybody else is quit comedy.
No, he's a good dude. Larry Green, it's good.
Larry Green, I gotta look him up. And you just recently moved to New York a few months ago, correct?
Yeah, I wanted to move to a place where I couldn't do stand-up at all. Dude, it was 5 mics a day for 5 months. Now I'm just writing roast jokes, and I forget. If I got on stage right now, I don't even know. What do you do? What would you do? Would you do bits, crowd work, or just talk?
I would do some bits and some crowd work. I mean, the thing about it is that I just feel like by the time this is over, all our jokes are gonna be about an old we're gonna sound like comedians that came from medieval times. Isn't it funny how the king mixes the cream? We don't have to listen to it. People because the world's gonna be so different by the time we're out of this.
Dude, I saw some guy without neoprene gloves on touch a doorknob. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, there's gonna be, and then it's gonna be bizarre. But if I had to go on stage tonight, I think I'd just do my regular act. I would do some crowd work and some riffing on the situation.
Yeah.
But I think by the time clubs are open and people feel good about going out, it's going to be a whole different world. It's not it's not going to be the same world that we left in March.
That's that checks out.
Because
I'm
we were on with one of our last shows together was that wrestling show that Kyle Lewis put on,
yeah, that was great.
and that was March. That was March. Yeah, that was right before March Madness.
Yeah, ugh, March Madness.
Yeah, doesn't that feel like 20 years ago now?
Feels so long ago. It
Yeah.
March Madness. I feel like they just flipped a coin for whoever moved on. That sounds bitter, but I'm talking about the
No,
whole thing.
no, it's okay. It probably won't exist
Everyone
ever
said
again.
that though.
So they're not gonna be able to have 64 comedians in the same room. They have to do it on Zoom. Well, I should just do my own. I picked most of them. I should just redo it on Zoom, the 64 contest. But fuck
Yeah,
it, we're
yeah.
redoing it right now. Um, Nathan, tell me about your childhood, growing up. What was that like?
I was the third born. I was the youngest, so I guess that's like the some people call it spoiled, some people call it neglected. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like my parents had Randy, then they had Becky, 8 years older and 5 years older than me. So like they had one of each. Well, uh, two of the 50 now, I guess. I don't want to fucking get canceled, but
Yeah.
they yeah, I'm always gonna
They
be
had a boy and a
snarky.
girl,
They had a boy and a
and they wanted
girl.
a non-binary, and then you showed up and we were a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the whatever. But no, they had a boy and a girl, and then I came out and like there was they had 8 o'clock curfews. Well, they had like 8 o'clock bedtime and like had to finish their vegetables. I would eat
Wow.
Pop-Tarts and stay up all night. They were jealous, but then looking back, it's like I'm jealous because there was a lot less love. And then I moved back home in my mid-20s to save up to move to New York. And my mom actually said, I get a second chance. It was the most fucking, I was like, damn, you really feel bad. But it was funny.
So, Randy and your sister had a more strict childhood.
Yes, they were much more strict on my brother and my sister. I think that's
Okay.
normal though. My parents are great.
No.
But it's easy to make fun
I'm
of them.
getting. And what year were you born, if you don't mind me asking?
1987, Ray.
19. Okay. I don't know why I thought you were so much younger than me. I mean, you're younger than me, but you're not, because I was born in 81.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 87. So you're not that much younger than me. I mean,
Well,
you're younger than me, but you're not that much.
yeah, like people will DM me like new comics in St. Louis. I'll just start getting DMs and they'll be asking me questions, and then fourth DM in, it's like, so Randy Orton's your, and I'm like, oh, that's why you're messaging me. But like the last time I was messaged that situation, I heard Randy Orton's your dad. I'm like, that is so flattering because
Yeah.
like he's 40. I don't think that's my dad either. He was getting shit done in junior high, or I look real young. So whatever
Well,
mixture of that.
it's funny because, we're talking about the year 2000 in this, and your brother debuted in 2002, and now there's wrestlers who grew up watching your brother, but to me, it feels like your brother showed up last Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because there were people that were remember, there were people that were 12, 13, 10 years ago, and he already was an established veteran in 2010.
Yeah.
And now they're actual wrestlers, and they're 22, 23. So I get why some people would see him as some elder statesman, but I don't know, to me it still feels like yesterday he showed up. So
yeah, I guess he's technically a legend. It's weird saying that, but
yeah, technically he could retire today and people would be like, that guy's a legend.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really proud of him. It's cool. It's funny because I'll hang out with comics. You know how there's no age of comics. We just all hang out in the room. 40-year age gap. No one notices.
Yeah.
So my buddy who I'm doing the roast with, Lucas, one of my best friends, he's 25. I'm 32. So he'll come over and he'll just randomly remember I went and saw your brother in the WWE when I was 10 and my friend had a sign with his name
That's
on it.
insane to me.
Oh. So weird.
Oh my god.
Very weird.
And then then somebody that was on TV, some comedian posted they had a John Cena party when they were a kid. And that just made me feel old as fuck because they're already more successful than me. Not John Cena, the comedian. And I'm I was doing stand up when he was that big. And I'm Cena, and I'm fuck, I gotta get a move on because I was having Hulk Hogan parties and shit.
Yeah.
Everyone
just said the N-word.
No, yeah, we all just said the N-word and took steroids and went home. Let me ask you this: were cartoons a big part of your childhood?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Rugrat. So when I was real young, it was like Rugrats and Hey Arnold, Rocko's Modern Life,
Hmm.
Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy. South Park. I remember my brother and mom were laughing so hard, and I was in bed. I ran down. I was like 12 years old, and it was the episode of South Park where people were protesting by having their bodies flung into the side of a building.
Oh
My
yes,
mom and brother are dying at it. I run down. I start laughing too, and I guess that's the birth of my dark sense of humor. But yeah, South Park's a big one. I'm trying to get Abby to watch it with me too.
South Park is great.
Oh yeah.
Whatchamacallit, shoot, you brought up Rocko's Modern Life. That was huge.
Mhm.
Were you into The Simpsons as a kid?
Uh, that was like that's just what was on. Because my parents would have it, they'd have that block of four shows that was like every
Yeah.
week it's party night, whatever the fuck they called it. Simpsons was usually in it, and so I'd watch it. Because my parents were so cool with it. It was so mild in my household. I never
Hmm.
thought it was like edgy or cool enough. So I can't think of words right now, but I definitely went to the South Park side of things.
Yeah, it's so funny because like when Simpsons showed up, people were protesting it, like in
Yes,
1990 when I was a kid,
that's
and like
hilarious.
you couldn't really wear Bart. Like I got in trouble for wearing the shirt that said "Don't have a cow" or "I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?" I got in trouble for wearing that to religious studies, and now and now the Simpsons is like the Sunday newspaper. It's so like quaint and like everyone's like, it's just the Simpsons. It's been around so long, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. How about Disney? Was Disney a big part of your family's childhood or?
I remember my parents took us to see The Lion King, and my dad voted for the Flintstones. So funny. I remember that. Just random memories. But yeah, The Lion King was cool. We saw the big ones, but we were never like a let's go to see the baseball game family. Like we kind of just hung out and shit was on the TV.
You just watched
Um,
it.
I would say not. We probably less of a Disney family than the average family, honestly.
So probably you guys were more into like risque stuff. So you guys would probably watch Dumb and Dumber before Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Or my
Because your father will also be for people that don't know. I mean, if you're a Disney fan, you just Nate, we were talking about his brother Randy Orton, but your father's also a wrestler, Bob Orton.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. So so wrestlers have a weird sense of humor compared to most people. You would agree, right?
yeah definitely. I thought of this. Can I do a really dark joke right now?
Yeah. No. Yeah. This is an R-rated Disney podcast, so
Oh, this is what?
this is an R-rated show. You can say whatever you want.
Oh,
Okay.
even though it's Disney,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
tell if you're joking or not. Okay,
No. I'm being serious. Yeah.
so I heard a joke. This is a joke that was told in the locker room
Hmm.
of a wrestling show. It got back to my ears. I remembered it the other day, told my girlfriend, she thought I thought of it and thought I was a genius. But it's the darkest joke you'll ever hear.
Okay.
How do you make a little boy cry twice?
I think you told me this.
I didn't.
Rape him then kill him.
No, that's very straightforward though.
Okay. What
I
is it?
think that'd probably be more than twice. Uh, I mean, there'd be like five. This like five during the rape, and the killing would be no
Yeah.
tears. You'd be
Yeah.
dead.
He'd be dead.
I'm being an asshole. So how do you? Okay, I'll just do the joke. So how do you make a little boy cry twice?
Huh.
Wipe your bloody dick on his teddy bear.
That's insane.
I
Holy shit.
know.
That is dark.
That's a joke though. I mean, that's the type of joke that. I mean, if you don't laugh at it or at least
Oh, I love
understand it's
it.
a joke, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
people who get offended at that, it's like, are you really like you can't suspend this? Like you can't just accept the fact that that's words.
Yeah.
Like
No,
no
I
one's. It's not real advice.
no, it's not
Like.
real. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, depend on which wrestler you told that to. I don't know. I did it, and only cried once. You actually liked the dick fucking. Anyway. Um, so let's move on to the main event of the podcast, the film
Yeah,
Dinosaur. Let me just ask you this: have you seen this film before?
I have seen this film last night.
This is the first time you ever saw the movie.
I think so, dude. It was 2000. I might have watched it and
You're like,
forgot. Bro, look, I love
yeah.
dinosaurs. I fucking hated that movie.
Oh, I hated this movie too. I'm glad we're in agreement.
It was Lion King with less plot in
It was
Dinosaurs.
it was boring Lion King. That's what it was to me. Really quick, just so everyone knows, Dinosaur is Disney's first full CGI movie, and they have Pixar envy at this point in time. And they go like, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna like really change animation, and this is not aged well at fucking all. This is atrocious.
Like, look, I'll put it this way, man. Just to be fair, the CGI is good, but it's aged 20 years. So I didn't appreciate all the 10-minute scenes with no dialogue that just showed off the fucking visuals. Because you're like, this is on the Science Channel now.
Yeah.
Like, I could see these graphics on my phone. Get to the fucking plot. That movie could have been 12 minutes. They're walking through the desert. They're like Moses.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Then they get the alcoholic sexual predator monkey. I don't.
Oh yeah, that monkey at the end. He goes, "You want to play monkey in the middle with all the girl monkeys?" And they're all like surrounding him. Like, is he just about to have an orgy in front of all his dinosaur friends? It was
the sexual innuendo in Disney is a thing. I noticed some. So like when the baby dinosaur, and why is it always, how do these fucking giant dinosaurs, what's he eating while these lemurs raise him? Is he just like, just eat the monkeys we don't like?
Yeah, I think that's what it was with the monkeys. When the other families pissed off those monkeys, they'd be like, eat them.
Just eat. Yeah, those lemurs, they were, that's why they were in control of everything. They were like the best. They were like the kings of the lemur tree, whatever the fuck, because like we have a dragon. Like it was like Game of Thrones. Like that's how they won. They just, and why, I don't know. How does he not eat? It's a Disney movie, but
ask the question. Sorry.
No, what? You're fine.
Yeah.
We're just upset at the movie.
What?
We're just both annoyed with the movie.
Yeah, I mean, so when I watched this in January, I didn't like it, and I'm like, well, I want to get someone younger for the 2000s because like I was no longer a child back then. I'm like an adult, and I'm like, oh, Nathan will be good. He said he likes dinosaurs, and then I rewatched this again yesterday, and I'm like, I had a hard time following it. I don't know if you did. I have a hard time telling which character is who.
Yeah.
Who, like the voices aren't distinct. The backgrounds are drab. Mm-hmm. It constantly, nothing in that movie grabs your attention. Like, oh, look at this visual. Like, there's no colors that grab your attention. Nothing. I don't know if you agree with me on that or not, but
I paid attention to that stuff, and I did notice that like the waterfall at one point, it looked good in the background. I was trying to be generous by looking at this with the lens of, okay, this was 2 decades ago. It's actually pretty good. But the movie,
just boring.
It was, it's so boring. You took the word right out of my mouth.
And unappealing. It's unappealing too.
Yeah, like Dinosaur, you could do Land Before Time was a better movie.
Oh, Land Before Time blows this away.
And that just goes to show you would you rather play would you rather play Super Mario World side scrolling, or would you rather play some new really cool looking 3D game that's not it's not fun?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you look at like the movies from the movies from the 30s and the 40s, and the animation is still amazing. You still like, wow, I can't believe people did this with a pen and paper. And then you watch this piece of shit, and all you're noticing are the flaws. Like, those monkeys were so fucking ugly in every scene. When they had to close up the monkeys talking, I'm like, Disney is so good at like making cute characters or appealing characters, and then you have these abortions. And the jokes don't even land, and I don't like, they keep making jokes, and I'm like, I just think this movie should have been a little bit more serious because everything looks more serious, and I think people would have been more into it. But it's like this weird dichotomy. I don't know. It's really fucking really quick. The plot of the movie. Let me give it to the listeners who haven't seen the movie. This dinosaur's egg gets stolen by a pterodactyl. Correct?
It's one of those little shitty like tiny raptors that steals eggs. Like they're always the bad guy in dinosaur movies, but they never talk.
Okay, so then the egg like goes on this little like mini like journey. Like you think the egg's gonna get destroyed, but then it winds up with these lemurs. It gets born. The monkeys have like a 3-second conversation on whether or not they should eat it.
Yeah.
And then they decide to keep it. I don't know why you would keep this fucking dinosaur, but they do. And then the dinosaur just is raised with them, and everything's fine. And the dinosaur's living in them. That's the thing too. It's like 4 movies in one. So you think, oh, the movie's gonna be about these monkeys raising this dinosaur, and then the dinosaur's just born. I mean, the dinosaur's just an old fucking dude now, and it's like, oh, I guess we're skipping that. And you're like, well, maybe the movie's gonna be about the dinosaur learning his place with the monkeys, and then the meteors come.
Yeah.
Out of the sky. So the meteors, and then the movie becomes, I guess, about the dinosaur. They meet up with other dinosaurs, and you meet like 97 dinosaurs at once.
Yes.
And then they go find a place where they could just lay and fuck, I guess.
And they got carnivores.
What's a carnivore?
A carnivore. A carnotaurus is basically it's like a T-Rex with a lot of horns. A horny T-Rex, a sexual predator, if you will. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, I was like, do one pun in the podcast, and you won't be forgotten forever. So Carnotaurus is a real dinosaur. It's cool looking, but they took that dinosaur and changed its name to Carnotaur, which makes they just dropped the U.S.
Oh wow, okay.
They just dropped the last 2 letters, and and they look so dumb with their tiny arms.
Yeah, all these dinosaurs look dumb.
They did look dumb, but yeah, those things were like hunting them the whole time. And then at the end, they just went, "Oh, there's 100 of us. There's one of them." So they just like started like growling at it. They just turned on him, and oh, okay. It's like the one bully and 100 kids getting bullied. Like they could just rise up. It's just
beat up the bully. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could kill that bully's parents could be crying that night if the kids just did a little teamwork. So like, yeah, they like ended up falling off a cliff.
Yeah, that battle that was the most undramatic, boring fucking battle I think in animation history.
I like the sassy black triceratops though.
Oh yes, that's a famous actress actually. I usually have the Wikipedia page up for this. Let me look this up. Sorry.
Yeah. I was I had some notes, but I didn't get like actors' names. That's the one thing but yeah, that was funny. I like how she had that other dinosaur who was like her pet, but they're both dinosaurs. So like all the dinosaurs are like on a human level, but then this one dinosaur is like its pet because to me it just seemed like it was like, whatever word for retarded now you're supposed to say.
Della Reese. She was on Touched by an Angel.
Oh.
Della Reese. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. Do you remember that show? She was the black woman on that. Did you guys watch that?
I don't remember that show, but I'm sure
I feel like the Orton family was like, let's watch Touched by an Angel. I don't know why they sound like that, but
it was whatever my dad wanted to watch, which is usually like any hour-long drama with blood in it.
Okay. So Game of Thrones all the time then.
Oh yeah, we watched all those. I remember watching like 2 seasons with my dad while I was on hydrocodone because I had my appendix removed. It was good bonding times.
That is some good bonding time. Me and my dad used to watch Married with Children all the time. He was a big fan of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never really saw it, but I know that holds up. Everyone.
Oh, that's a really funny show. If you ever have a chance, if that rerun comes on, whether you're sitting on your ass, watch that. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, for sure. And that was before they're allowed to say stuff still. Like
yeah. You could actually say women are useless and not get in trouble.
Yeah, like what 90% of people laugh at, knowing that it's not serious.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of serious, but anyway. So, are you a big fan of dinosaurs?
I think dinosaurs. Yeah, I think they're cool. I'm like a nerd. I love all that stuff. I used to, I had all the dinosaur books, and I'd like look through them. Probably didn't read them. I just looked at the pictures. But
that's what
I've
always been into them.
Yeah, I even modern animals like giant snakes are cool to me. Anacondas. Saltwater crocodiles, just stuff like that. That's just so cool to me. So dinosaurs are super badass. It's so weird to think that they really existed.
Yeah, it really is. It is weird to that they existed and they were here for like thousands of years, right? It wasn't like 20 years they were on this planet. They were around for a long time.
I feel like it was millions
Million.
Over the span. You never really look at the timeline, but like across your computer screen, I mean, is the timeline 1 millimeter is like us,
Yeah.
like our whole existence, like
That,
AD, you know, is a blip,
yeah,
maybe
like
even not even visible.
I'm gonna look this up. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I guess I could be doing stuff like that. I'm just like, I feel like if I pull up a web browser, it's gonna.
Oh no, I thought it was gonna tell me like how long they were in existence, but they're just telling you like how the bones. But how do we like even like with all our research? How would we really know like oh dinosaurs were around for 5 million, not 4 million years? Like how could we? I don't know even know how we could tell that.
And yeah, like carbon aging, but then they'll be like, I always get baffled by how they try to pretend like, well, this dinosaur ate that. It's like, you don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't know what they were really into. Like the T-Rexes could have been eating trees,
yeah, yeah. That's true. Like
had
it's all
feathers.
just guesswork based on like bones.
Yeah,
How
they're
much
like
could you
more
tell of
bird
what
than.
could you tell like, oh yeah, Ray Gootz really enjoyed comic books based on like the bones of my fingers or something? Like,
Yeah,
well, you
yeah.
see the indentations would indicate that he had newspaper paper. I don't know. It's just like I don't know how you can tell.
You
I think
can
a lot of shit they just make up.
you can tell they'll be able to tell if we like video games by how hunched our fucking back is, how
Or how
fucked up our
callous our
necks are.
thumbs are. Yeah.
Dude, there's this, we can see like into our neighbor's place, and
Mhm.
his posture's so bad while he like plays his like online Call of Duty, whatever he does, and screams all fucking night. But
Where he
it's
screams
it's
playing
like
it.
it's like it looks like he's deformed from just sitting wrong for years playing a video game hours a day.
How old is this dude?
I have no clue, but he reminds me to fucking stand up straight. So God bless him.
God. There was my friend had a roommate who was a video game guy who never left the house. He would order takeout. He would for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
He had his hoodie. At one time, I went over. He would always have his hoodie up, and like fully clothed, playing games, talking into his fucking headphone. We used to make fun of him.
Uh-huh.
And now that the quarantine started, I go, "Yo, that guy was ahead of the curve. He's more than all of us. Like now, he's probably like, because he didn't have to change his life at all."
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're all
Right.
like, "Oh, you hate it." This guy was like, "It was fucking Tuesday for me, bitch."
Dude, I'm fucking so used to this by now. I don't
Yeah,
even.
I don't really, I don't know why I wouldn't want to go back. I'm pretty happy like this.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to normal life until we can get on stage. I don't want that transition point where there's no comedy, but we have to go out and be normal.
Yeah,
Like
go to work.
the day job, I'm really grateful. I know we're all over the place here, but I'm
That's
super
okay.
happy. It's hard to talk about a shitty fucking Disney movie when there's a epidemic, but
Well, I mean, like, well, here's the deal. Like, there's not a lot to talk about because the movie doesn't command your attention. That's
dude,
the
there's
problem.
5 words in it. It was terrible.
Yeah, and the jokes are shitty, and the designs are awful, and this is a big, they're on a hot streak. The last few episodes, every movie's fucking amazing, and there's a ton to talk about. And then this thing just plops, and I know they wanted to get to CGI, but they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We're off the hook because there's nothing to really say. And I
Yeah,
like it's funny because like the monkey, when this big dinosaur like breaks the ground for water to come through, that like alcohol orgy monkey is like, I was like big girls, and I'm like, fuck yeah, because
What
they
about
wouldn't do that joke in a Disney movie now, or even
didn't
any
the
movie.
monkey like talk about how hot the dinosaur was, the female dinosaur? Like,
That was funny. He's like, look at those wrinkles and scales and big ankles. That was funny as fuck.
that was funny, but also it's like she kind of looks like his friend, so I feel
Yeah,
like
they all look the same.
they all look the same. But
How do animals know if they want to have sex?
I
It's
think it's
just
by the smell.
yeah, it's just their pheromones. Like they all look the same.
Yeah, like yeah, happy to like. I wonder like if a dog is like, oh, that's a hot dog, or yeah, I don't know. Like
How do turtles fuck?
I don't know. I don't even know how cat. I heard like cats have retractable penises. I don't know. Is that true?
I don't know. Let me consult my cat
I don't
penis
know, man. I thought maybe you guys ever owned a cat
book.
when you were back in
No,
St.
I hate
Louis?
cats. I'm a dog guy.
Oh,
And
okay.
my girlfriend's got me into small dogs because they're not messy and
Well, small dog is easy to take care of in New York
they're
City.
easy to fuck too. You can just
There you
pick
go.
them
They,
up.
they, they can't move. They just gotta lie there.
You just got to give them some like human ibuprofen and they start having
Yeah, or
seizure,
peanut
and then you
butter, whatever.
put your dick in, they're just contracting around it. Yeah, this is the only way I can be silly on here. I just have to talk about fucking animals.
It's all
Would
right.
you fuck a dinosaur if you were
No, I
after
don't
this
think I
watching all
fuck a
that
dinosaur. They're
Disney
not
movie?
very attractive. I don't know. You can't
I
even
don't know.
make like a hot female dinosaur. Like they've made like hot female like foxes in cartoons and shit. I don't know.
There are some hot CGI animals.
Yeah, yeah, or even in the animation, what was a Gidget from Rescue Rangers? You ever see that show?
Gidget from Rescue Rangers. No.
What about Space Jam?
I mean, it's been too long.
Oh, okay, well that, yeah, I mean, but they have you can't really make a dinosaur attractive. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they have scales.
Yeah.
They really dropped the ball with those lemurs. How can you make a lemur ugly? Like they should be
Oh,
cute. They
that
just
should
their faces look like assholes.
they do. And like sometimes when they're talking, it was just the way the tongue was moving. I was
Yeah,
like, what are you doing?
they all had progeria.
I know, like, what are you doing? Like this, you guys
They
are
all
like
looked old.
yeah, they did. They looked
They-
old. They looked like they had disease. They looked like they were the monkeys that created Corona. Like they were the ones that Corona came out of it. I don't
The
know.
bats.
But even the music was like, too over the top, too like, look what a great movie I am. Like the score.
Yeah, they need to remake that movie and then just throw it in the trash.
I think they need to. I think that,
Remake it, but not show it.
I'm surprised even on Disney Plus because I feel like you know the crazy thing is that was the fifth highest grossing film of 2000.
Oh, that's interesting. That just goes to prove the power of marketing.
Yeah.
Like it's the first CGI Disney dinosaur, dude. Every boy was like, "I have to see the movie," and the parents like, we want to get a divorce."
You know what though? I've never heard anyone talk about this movie. People went to go see it, but I think as soon as people left the theater, they were like, "What the fuck did we just watch? I don't even understand."
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No one's ever talked about this movie except for us.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad I got this one. It was less pressure.
Well, it's more. It's sometimes more fun than the shitty ones because
There's nothing to remember.
yeah, it really wasn't. I'm like watching, and I'm like, all right, I gotta have notes, and I'm like, and like literally, like I had my phone away. I'm just lying with the dog, and then like my Deadpool poster would command my attention for like 4 minutes, and I'm like, how is this movie so boring? I'm like just watching stuff on my fucking wall. I gotta pay attention to this movie, and it's just nothing. It's like almost like a project to give you ADD.
Yeah.
Because nothing keeps your attention.
Do you think dinosaurs had assholes like birds, cloacas or whatever?
How are birds assholes?
I think they have I think they have like a 2-for-1 deal. They just have one weird organ that just shit pisses from the sky, which is where the dinosaurs' assholes would be too. Like
I mean, I guess you kind of have to have that because you are constantly flying.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. If you could just fly around, just shit. Do you think if like Superman was real, he'd just be naked and like fucking rude and like fuck you guys? Probably have a huge dick because that's how it works.
If you're assuming you have to go, why not just people just think it's a bird?
Yeah, well, that Superman has one of those little weird cloac like taint. His taint just opens up and drops everything out of it.
Well, you know how like Superman is like everything is like he's super strength and he's super fast. Like, do you think if he gets diarrhea, like it's like a bullet, like when he shits, it like just destroys the house? Like he's like, I just really had to go. Like you have to be Superman. You cannot get diarrhea because you get diarrhea.
His kryptonite's porcelain, so he can't sit on the toilet. He's like, it's not my fault. I'll save the world, but I have to drop diarrheas sometimes.
I have to.
And it melts people because he's Superman, so he just shits from the sky and it hits you. Like, was that a bird? Oh, I'm dead. His skin's melting off.
It's radioactive shit.
Just
oh god, you're
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think. But to answer your question, yeah, because dinosaurs come from birds. Birds come from dinosaurs. I'm sorry, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's the new school of thought, right? Like back when I looked that stuff up when I was 6 or whatever. I think like the consensus was it's not like reptiles of today aren't as related to the dinosaurs as birds. But then again, there was an assortment of dinosaurs. So wouldn't there have just been mammals, birds, reptiles? I think that what they're saying is like a T-Rex might be more of a bird than a reptile,
isn't it
which
like
is
they're
cool.
supposed to have feathers? The T
Yeah,
Rex.
like raptors might have had feathers or something.
That's oh no, also T Rex. I remember seeing a picture of a T Rex with feathers.
That I'm gonna Google that right now. That's cool.
Yeah, let me see.
T-Rex with feathers.
Yeah.
It's just a porn site.
It's
All
just,
right.
so you like dinosaur porn, huh? What's going
Oh,
on?
oh, oh! Look at it shit out of its weird bird dick, dude. That these are some badass pictures, dude.
Oh yeah, you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They didn't really. Yeah, that's cool, dude. That would be
This
so
is
much more terrifying to be eaten by something with like peacock feathers.
oh yeah. This would look creepy if this was in Jurassic Park.
That creepy is the right word. It's way more eerie. It's
Yeah, it's not like this, like a regular T Rex is kind of fun. Like look at that like weird fur on that one. That's just fucking weird, man.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's like creepy. It's like almost like I want to shave you before you kill me. Jesus Christ, that's
No,
gross as
I
shit.
they need to make like a live action like another Jurassic Park type movie, and they need to give feathers to the dinosaurs. They need to revamp it. Like that would be in that would catch people's interest, and people who might be on the fence
Hmm.
would be like, "Oh well, they have feathers, fuck it," and they might see the movie. I think that's a good marketing call
Since
to
we're on the
make it
topic of
different.
dinosaurs, were
Yeah.
you into the Jurassic Park films?
Oh yeah, I mean, I recall one of them being like they got bad reviews as they went more
Hmm.
and more, but I always just appreciated
I
just
just
the
I couldn't
dinosaurs.
I can't get into the Jurassic Park movies. I don't know what it is, but I just can't get into them.
I
Hmm.
get that. Are there any other dinosaur movies that like are more obscure that are cool?
Okay, we got there's We're Back. That was a cartoon movie. Did you ever see that one?
We're back.
Yeah, it's about these dinosaurs that come back to New York City, but they can talk and dance.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, that came out like '93. What? But there's like a couple of horror movies like Carnivore or something or Carnosaurus. That's about a dinosaur in a lab that eats people. Uh, is there any other dinosaur movie? Like King Kong had dinosaurs. That was good. You
King Kong.
know?
Oh, King Kong. Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah, the new King Kong Skull Island had some dinosaurs. Yeah, but I don't know. Like you tell me a movie has dinosaurs or Godzilla, and I'm all about it. Then I'll go see like a Godzilla movie, and it's like 50 minutes about like some girl and her parents are having like family problems, and I'm like, where the fuck is Godzilla? I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Killer Saurus. There's a movie called Killer Saurus.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he's part human, part dinosaur, but he looks like a dinosaur. I guess he just talks or is smart.
Maybe the
Like a,
Sci-Fi Network has made some dinosaur movies, like they did like Sharknado.
yeah.
Maybe they did some. Let me see, Sci-Fi dinosaur movies. Maybe they did
Dino
something.
Quake.
What is it?
Dino Quake. No, I'm making them up. Sharknado.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. Dino Quake,
Ra-
sci-fi dinosaur movies.
Raptor Hurricane's probably pretty good.
Raptor King, uh,
Typhoon Snake? All right.
Typhoon Snake.
Flashback.
Oh, Barney. Barney's a dinosaur. He had a movie.
Okay.
Remember Barney?
If we're gonna count Barney, yeah.
I mean, you kind of got to count Barney.
I just
Um,
wanna. I want a movie where Barney eats the fucking kids.
I would love that. I'm
Like
surprised.
he's
Yeah.
yeah, it's just Barney, but his suit gets like possessed, and he turns into a real like ghoulish purple demon, and he just eats all the kids, and then he just I don't know.
Oh, there's a movie
We'd have
called
to write it.
Tammy and the T-Rex. It's about this girl whose boyfriend in high school becomes a T-Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that happens sometimes.
yeah.
There's also The Last Dinosaur. There's a lot of shitty dinosaur movies actually.
There's Flashback Dawn, which is a dinosaur biting the neck. It's okay. I'll have to. I'm gonna send you this image on Messenger, and it's a T-Rex biting a saber-toothed tiger, and in the background, it's just a naked woman for no reason, and behind
Well,
her is a Ferris wheel.
that must be the '80s because naked women for no reason were like the thing of the '80s.
Yeah,
They would just be
Nate.
like,
Once hygiene became a bigger thing, they just stopped doing that. Kind of weird timing.
All right.
Or maintenance. What maintenance? Okay, you're gonna get this
All right, let me
stupid
see this.
movie poster. It's like loading on my end, but it went through.
It went through. I didn't get it yet on my end. Maybe because I don't. Maybe the dinosaurs are pissed at us for shitting on them. Disney is like, oh, you shit on my movie? Oh
Oh,
wow, okay. Oh yeah, there is
that's
just a
bad.
naked woman. It's the complete series.
Oh
There
my
was a
God,
series.
yes. And every the fr- when were these made? These are
I
like
think these are novels.
bad memes.
This is crazy. Oh, there is like dinosaur porn. I forgot about that. Amazon
What?
Prime has dinosaur porn. You can create your own.
Dinosaur porn?
Yeah, there's dinosaur porn. Like
Uh,
people like become dinosaurs and fuck each other. I don't know. I remember hearing
like
about that.
furries?
Yeah, like
So like
furries, but it's like
scalies?
yeah, I guess you become like yeah, there is something like that. I forgot about. I remember cracked in an article about it.
Yeah.
So this is taking a very creepy, bizarre turn.
This is the
But you
yeah.
know what? It was a creepy, bizarre movie. Listen, let me wrap it up by asking you this. Do you
Yeah.
think people should show this to their children nowadays? This stupid
Dinosaur
movie.
porn?
Yeah. Should they show them some dinosaur porn?
Uh
Oh no,
yeah,
the movie Dinosaur actually from 2000.
I think it's right before the I think what they should do is tell their kids about the birds and the bees
Hmm.
and then watch Dinosaur so that everyone forgets about the awkward conversation because they're like, man, that fucking movie sucked, and then they're just like, yeah, go get pregnant.
Okay. I think if you want your kids not to have sex, you show them this movie because they'll be so turned off and grossed out, they'll just become priests. That's what I think will happen. Jesus, this dog. Yeah, this dog is all over. My dog is all over the place. So, Nathan, is there anything you want to plug?
Actually, yeah, I'm
Okay.
very
Now, remember, this is going to come out in June, though. So, if you're going to plug in something,
June.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm recording ahead
Well,
of time.
then I was on this thing called the Coast to Coast Roast. It's pretty cool to and flattering and humbling to be able to. Mark Norman and Joe Lister hosting. They're doing a great job.
Oh,
There's
wow.
some funny people on there. It comes down to who really gives a fuck and tries to write jokes. Some people are probably really funny but not prepared. But like, it's getting better and better. And me and my friend Lucas Hinderleiter are representing St. Louis, and we hope to win the whole thing because we want to get like a writing job, and we assume this is the best way to open a door. I don't know.
So, this is on Zoom?
It's on. Well, it was on Zoom.
Okay. And
Yeah, but
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
lot of people are watching it.
yeah. No, it's going really well. It's really fucking fun.
Mhm.
It's going a lot better than I would have ever imagined an like a virtual stand-up type thing going. It's not stand-up. It's literally tit for tat roast battle. It's really it's great. Every
I think
episode
that
gets better.
works better than regular stand up, especially online right now. As
Oh yeah, there's stand-up's gonna we're all gonna have to relearn how to do it, and hopefully we just became better writers during this. That's how I look at it.
yeah, I haven't written any. I'm just afraid to write. I because I just feel like I had a killer joke about the Easter Bunny, and remember when they were said the lockdown's going to end on Easter?
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
I wrote a killer joke about that, and now it's like, well, that's over. I mean, like that's already out of date because clearly we didn't end the lockdown around Easter. So I'm just always afraid to write new stuff because the world is constantly changing every single day. Just
Yeah.
we're all just going to die.
We are.
um, yeah, man. When do you think you'll be? When do you think realistically you'll be back on stage? What do you? How do you think? Where do you see this going? If you had to give your best guess.
Based on what I know about the reopening and the second wave stuff, I'm thinking I forget what European cities are doing, but I know
Uh,
it's
uh,
like
in London, they're basically like January.
okay, well,
That's the word on the street.
I think that New York City I think will open at the end of June. Um and then I think stand up will return in the fall.
I think,
Open mics.
yeah, I think New York City can open up a little bit later. I think I think the only reason why the mayor or the governor doesn't just come out and say we're not doing anything till September, October is
Yeah.
because then companies will pull out and people will start moving and it'll be like a whole thing. I
Yeah.
think they're stringing us along so we keep paying rent and we keep
Yeah.
paying our bills. I think things are going to start reopening around September, October. I think stand-up won't return until Christmas time, January.
Okay.
But if there's a second wave, who even knows? So
Second wave is the only thing that scares me. So if we try to open in May, there's a second wave and we're fucked till next spring. But if we just waited out 2 more months, then we're good
yeah,
mid-fall. Like look, I don't mean to be heartless to people with kids or like people who didn't prepare or I mean I'm furloughed, unpaid. Well, can we talk about unemployment right
yeah,
now?
fine. Let's talk about it. Yeah,
I on April 21st, okay, so I applied for unemployment the beginning of April. I got a call on Easter Day from this woman who she sounded panicky and nervous, but whatever. And then I got, on April 21st, I also applied, because I hadn't heard anything, I applied for pandemic assistance. So I've gotten no answer yet.
You haven't gotten any money from either one.
I've gotten no money from anyone, and I've applied for everything, and I literally have a job, but I'm on an unpaid furlough because of the pandemic. There's really no way I'm not qualified. I think it's just taking forever.
That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised about all that because we applied at the same time because when we did the Gootz cast,
Yes,
we were talking about. I think you didn't even try yet. I was like, you should look into it because it was this day I was starting to look into it. I finally got paid today. They said the money should be in my bank account today. I haven't looked. It wasn't in the morning, but
you got paid today, or you should have.
It's supposed to be hitting my bank account. It's supposed to be hit this morning. It didn't. They said if it doesn't come in 3 days, call us. But I got my almost like 700. No, I'm sorry, almost 800.
A week?
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
Well, it was 180 from the city, but then you get the 600 from the world, or from the pandemic relief.
That's amazing. So can I ask you some questions? I'm going to pick your brain for 1 minute.
Yeah, because people might still need these questions answered in June.
People are going to want to know.
People are still not going to have their unemployment by June. I got news for you. But
yeah, so if I basically applied within the week of you because we talked about it and we were like we were both going through it at the same time. How were you notified? That's all I want to know is just when I'm going to have an answer and how it comes.
I was told every week. Are you going every week and claiming your stuff on the website?
What?
Okay. Every week after you finish, they should have gave you a message that you have to go and claim. You have to claim every week that you didn't work. You go on the website, you fill out a questionnaire. It takes 3 seconds. I was doing that since I went through. If you don't do that, they can't give you your benefits.
Oh my God. See, there was no information, and the only thing I got was I've gotten nothing. So this is the only. I'm kind of pissed actually, but no, I'm glad you told me that. So I'm just gonna go log in and then.
Yeah, log in. You have to claim every week that you didn't work, and they ask you like 4 or 5 questions, and then you do that starting every Monday. You haven't done that at all?
No, I went through. So I went through the.
You do that once a week or only once?
I did it once because I never heard anything back. Like I
never do it every week.
I never got the official like you're qualified. And
well, if you keep doing it, then it goes through. But you have to do that every Monday and then even after it goes through, you still have to do it every Monday. You have to let the city know every Monday. I'm still unemployed and I'm not doing shit and I need money.
So what happens with like the 6 weeks where I was unemployed but not getting anything? Like, do they compensate you?
You didn't declare it, so you have to did you say I was when you filled out employment, did you say I was unemployed starting this date?
Oh yeah, I filled everything out correctly and I did everything I thought I was supposed to do.
So I think you get back pay for that. I think
you have to.
Yeah. Well, but I think what it is like, all right, so like they start paying you starting that week. So I think my first week technically is the 1st of March, but but I'm getting paid for it now. You understand what I'm saying? So like if next week, let's say I fucking get a job on Saturday, right? And I started on Monday. And then on unemployment, I put in, I have a job now. It's full time, right? I think the unemployment is still going to give me checks up until May 15th, which is when I would have started this imaginary job. So you're still going to get those checks up until May 15th. But, you're going to get them later on. So I'm getting checks now for March. I think
Okay.
that's how it works. I think I should be maybe I'm not wrong information, but I think that's how it works.
Okay. Yeah, so I just logged in and for the first time ever, and it's just crazy how this match this lined up with you telling me this, but the first time ever I logged in and the first thing it says is file a claim. Before when I check on it like weekly and it just was like this old archaic looking website where there was a message center with and there's just nothing. But now it's like file a claim and it's a little more like formatted, a little more modern. So
yeah, it's weird. Like they sent me a text yesterday. I'll read you the text. This is so funny. This message from Labor Department. Your benefit claim can okay. Your benefit claim is not ready to certify. So you have to go in every Monday and certify your benefit claim, which means telling them, hey, I'm not working, you know?
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go, guys. If you're still looking for unemployment in New York State, a little bit of a background. I'm going to answer some more questions with you off the air, but let me get my plugs in. Guys, if you like Disney, if you like being unemployed, if you like dinosaurs, if you like this movie, which I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're obviously a fucking idiot, and you found this or you like Nathan Orton, or even his brother Randy, you discovered this podcast. I've covered every Disney movie from Snow White up until this piece of shit. It's in the archives. Every episode is a different funny comedian. We talk about different things. As you can tell from this episode, we talk about whatever's related to the topic, and it's a lot of fun. Next week, I'm gonna have Sonia Vai on. We're gonna be talking about The Emperor's New Groove, also from the year 2000. Nathan, did you ever see that movie?
Which one?
The Emperor's New Groove.
I'm so sorry. I'm filling this thing out.
No, keep
I
filling
never
out.
saw. I knew you were talking to like the people, so I just was
It's
filling
all right.
out this thing.
So,
But no, I did not see The Emperor's New Groove.
Okay, so we're gonna help Nathan get some of that sick ass unemployment money. Guys, I will talk to you next week on the Gootz's Disney Pod. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Gootz's Disney Pod. I'll see you next week. Emperor's New Groove with Sonia Vai.